understand that Jesus was superior to the angels. So God now sends a prophetic word to let them know that before the angels are, Jesus is. For Moses was, Jesus was. And you got to understand that he is superior to all the things that you have experienced. Now, listen to me, brothers and sisters. We have been imputed by the power of God through Jesus Christ. Therefore, I am the walking image of Jesus on earth. Therefore, my character ought to be as Jesus' character is and was. Lord, not my will, but thine will be done. Lord, help me talk here. Watch what the author does is that he says, now I come now with the objective of strengthening your faith. Look, somebody ought to lift your hands and say, Lord, strengthen my faith. And then I want to strengthen your relationship. And when you look at verse 2 of the same chapter, he says, God, after he spoke long ago, has spoken to us. I'm talking revelation there. And I'm interwoven the scripture, and I'm getting the scripture off the page and putting it in my spirit. God, who spoke long ago, has spoken to us. Yeah, he has spoken to us in his son, that we would remain faithful under pressure. You got to learn how to be faithful under pressure. I know the wind's gonna blow, but God's still God. I know you're gonna have to experience some wilderness things, but God is still God. I know you're gonna have some days where you don't understand what's going on, but God is still God. The God of the mountain is the God in your valley. And you gotta learn how to praise him, trust him, hold on to him. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. I wish I had about 5 people that would jump up and say, Lord, I trust you.
Lord, I trust you.
Lord, I trust you.
Lord, I trust you. Jesus. Oh, God.
He comes to remind them. He said, be faithful under pressure. Don't give up under pressure. Don't throw in the towel under pressure. Don't quit under pressure, because it is the pressure that helps to discover who you really are. You see, you've been talking about how much you love him. You've been talking about how you will be faithful to him, but you haven't had nothing to push you yet. And you got to learn when things come to push you. If you can stand the push, you can get the promotion. In about 8 minutes now. Watch what he says. You got to remain faithful. Look on the text about remaining faithful. And the reason the Apostle Paul could speak on this wise is that, you see, he had taught in Rome. And you got to understand that when he taught to the people in Rome, as he was pursuing destiny's fulfillment, he always spoke about a real change happening from the inside out. It's not an outside in thing, it's from the inside out. There's a lot of folks who look right outside, but the inside really tells the truth. Y'all don't hear me. He taught now that to the church in Rome that the righteousness of God must be no longer just a theological expression of who they thought God was, but it had to be an inward experience that caused my life to come in line with what God requires. Listen, people of God, what Paul was saying is that I need you to have some practical application of what you have been taught and what God has revealed. If you have been taught to live right, then you have no excuse for living wrong. So he says now, if you have been taught to be strong in the midst of adversity, you have no excuse for fainting in the day of adversity. Matter of fact, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Good God Almighty, but you got to learn how to hold on. No matter what the devil says, you got to learn how to hold on. If I can let you work in the building, Jude said, if you want to make it, you got to build up yourself praying in the most there's some practical application that we must teach. And he said, now I'm in the midst of adversity. I'm in the midst of all that it would look like a man could not take. But I'm asking you all as the church folk, I'm asking you all as believers to pray for me. In other words, pray that I might be restored. In other words, no matter my opposition, that I might be restored. And when he speaks about that he might be restored, he was speaking about the word in him. According to scripture, if you abide in my word and my word abide in you, Paul was saying, whatever I'm going through, don't let the word die in me, but let the word be a transfer of possibilities. In other words, what I was doubting, because the word is in me, it gives me hope in the midst of my opposition. The word in me gives me expectancy of what God has promised, and it doesn't matter how long I got to wait on it. I'm willing to wait until my change comes. I feel like Job all of my appointed time. I am going to wait until my change comes. You slay me, yet will I trust you. In other words, I'm not worried about what I'm going through, because I know before it's over, the God that I serve is able to do exceeding abundantly above all I have. All I can. Watch the scripture here. Watch what Paul said, because we need to find out what is the problem, Pastor. Well, the problem is in the book of Hebrews is that now that Jesus is superior to the angels, now that Jesus now becomes the focus of the subject, the Jews now are becoming inferior to the Gentiles. Yeah, and you know how church folks do. You know, those who've been around the church all the time and don't want to change, they become inferior to new folks. Y'all don't hear me. And see, the problem is that because the